Hey everybody, how are you? How are you today? Please turn off the blogs. I hate it. Make it go away. I don't want to see this. All right. Create lobby game. Puzzles. Puzzles. All right. Whatever. Ah, this hurts. Why there's no pieces? Oh yeah, there's a queen. All right. This should be easy. Easy, easy, easy. Black has no threats. The rook is hanging. That's probably not going to work. This isn't easy. This isn't easy. This isn't easy. Rook f7. No. Oh, the other way. We got to go the other way. So maybe like rook a1. That's just too obvious. Rook a1. Is that a puzzle? How could that not be winning, you know? Rook a1. Black's rook is hanging. And he's like getting mated. I got the first move. Oh man. And now, rook check. That looks problematic for black. Yeah, this is pretty easy. Seriously? You gonna make me make another move? Alright, that's enough for today. I hate puzzles. Did I tell you guys that? Alright. Let's see. Create lobby game. No. Lobby game. The Little Redeemer. 5-0 rated. Oh shit. No way. Correspondence. Nope. Alright. Stupid blog, stupid blog, stupid blog. The worst blogs ever. Oh my god. Alright guys, what's up? Who's here? Welcome. Friday morning. You want to do an endgame puzzle? Puzzle, endgame puzzle. Puzzle racer. Puzzle streak. Puzzle dashboard. Puzzle streak. Alright, puzzle streak. Easy. Easy puzzles. What? Check and check. It's not the easiest. That was easy. That's easy. That's easy. That's illegal. Ooh. Lucky that was illegal, huh? Lucky I saw my queen was defended. Oh, this is so hard. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We don't really have time for a puzzle streak. Takes like hours, because I could do like 60 puzzles probably. They're so easy at the beginning. Alright, here. Yes, that's really stupid. Check and mate. Yes. Yes, mate in one. Say yes to mate in one. Always say yes to mate in two. Mate in two. Call it. Mate in one. Call it. Mate in one. Well, he's got to take on f7, dude. It's not mate. Wins a rook. That's 14 pretty quickly. Now we're pausing. I don't know why. Oh, I'm not done yet? Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, no. Oh, no, I have to stop the pawn. And if... Oh, shit. Oh, no. That's... Yeah, that's weird. Wait a second here. How do I do this? Boys and girls, I am a little concerned about this one. We don't have rook h6, we don't have rook e7, and if we play rook e1, he has knight g3. So we play rook e1, he plays knight g3, then we play rook e7 check, he moves his king, but we're not winning still. What the heck? What's up, Masturbate? Woohoo! I am concerned about this puzzle. Wow, this is not easy. What the hell? I must be missing something really simple. We're missing something really simple here. I don't know. Rook h6 not available. Check not available. And the only solution, which is obvious, is rook e1 allows knight g3, and I can't stop him from queening. So this has got to be some hard-ass puzzle. Ask Magnum. Alright, rook e1, knight g3. Dude, this is not a joke, man. This is an extremely crazy puzzle. I mean, I'm not even sure if we're winning. Rook e1, knight g3, and then I can trap the knight in the corner, but he could probably trade all my pawns off if I do that. I'm going to try it. I mean, I don't see another solution. That was it? Oh my god. That's stupid. That's stupid. Defective puzzle. It's a funny maiden too. That was a defective puzzle. What the heck, dude? It didn't even work. That's maiden 2. Defective puzzle. Nice. Thank you for the queen. Oh, another convenient move. Oh no. Alright. Let me know when somebody's here today. Wow. Sack the queen. Not an easy one. Win the queen back, right? Masturbate saw that. I never know the mate with the rook or the queen there. Cutie patootie. Never eat your duty. Guys, what are we gonna do? Come on. There's no mate. There's no obvious mate. There's rook e1 check. Oh my gosh, this is bizarre. So something stupid like pawn takes pawn. That's stupid. What a anticlimactic puzzle, you know, pawn takes pawn. Seriously? There's no other option. It has to be pawn takes pawn. It's so stupid. Man, that's a dumbass puzzle. Alright. Now that's a dumbass puzzle. Check and check. And take. And now we get a mating attack, I think. Rook b3. Well, wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. Rook b3, king c5 looks like an issue. Although I would think we're winning somehow there. His queen is defended. We need to be careful with this puzzle. But how many candidate moves do we have? Queen e3 check. Queen e3 check, queen c5. Rook b3 check, king c6. That's totally unconvincing. So it has to be rook b3. Unless c5 check worked. c5 check is worthy of consideration. c5 check. If queen takes rook b3. No, yeah. Oh no, I got it wrong. Oh no. What? That's the obvious move, rook b3. What's wrong with c5 check? Goes back. He just goes back. C5 check was retarded. Okay. Oh well. 23. Not a good score. Not a good score. We're taking challenges 5 plus X. Yeah, that was some mind fart. Whatever. He doesn't have to take it. You know, C5 doesn't work. He just goes away. Duh. Not bad. Not bad for the morning. Asteroid, how are you? I hope all is well. Thanks for your pep talk. Alright, let's see. Lobby game. The eternal 2400 struggle. Create lobby game. Lobby. He's a lobbyist. Jesus, dude, these guys are such losers. Play with Mordorians. Alright. Rated 3+3. Chest 960? No. Casual 3-0. No, not with random guy. Tedster. 5-8. Now, who the heck plays 5-8 rated? That's not a time control. My god. King Wiki. 5+8? Dude, why would anyone play with that time control? That's bizarre. Very suspicious. I need 8 seconds to get to my engine. Actually, you know, larger increments is kind of a good idea, but that's just weird. Oh damn. Oh damn. What's up? Challenge a friend. Asterbait. Guys, we're here a little earlier. I couldn't get to sleep last night. I'm surprised I'm awake at all. But I managed to feel up to streaming, you know, on normal time. Puzzle of the day. Are you kidding me? So easy. Kidding me. Then we queen. Free puzzle points. Alright. We played one round of Puzzle Streak. Profile. No. What else? Simul studies, forum posts. Can I delete my previous forum posts? They're mostly my forum posts. Okay. What else? Come on, guys. Let's get some challenges. 5+3 casual. Let's see. Play. Hourly arena. Hourly Blitz arena. Hourly rapid arena. Hero can't. Alright, if nobody wants to play with me, I'll just have to play with some random. I do hate when people, like, jump in the arenas late and, like, purposely, like, they purposely spring up on you. Spring up and fall forward. Can't beat me, I'm Satan. It says can't beat me in 5 min. That's why you're like 600. Sure. Spirit. We are living in the spirit world. Oh no, you're going to trade my queen off. Oh no, he traded everything. My name is Eric Cartman. Oof. Now, how do you protect your pawns here? How do you protect your pawns? Can you explain that to me? That's how you protect your pawns. There you go. But not really. Just for temporary. I don't know. Asterbait is 94. That looks like an Asterbait move. Is that really a good move for me? I'm beginning to question myself here. Was that really a good move? I'm not convinced. If I take, I can take. Okay. I am pinned. Wow, that's creepy, dude. You are creepy. You're a creepy dude. You are a creepy dude living in a creepy world. All right. This guy is a little bit weird. With a very low rating. That's scary. You know, he's almost got something. Never really comfortable playing with... Can we turn off that chat? It's ugly. Alright. I'm never really comfortable playing with... What am I saying now? My knight on a2. We're only up a mere pawn. That's not much. Meerkat. A meerkat would be better. Spirit 1730. Can't believe I'm playing a rated game. It's never a good idea. Because these people will cheat like no tomorrow. They see a rated player challenging them who's like 1,000 points higher. You're in big trouble, dude. Now, on the other hand... Well, I see what he's trying to do. He wants to play rook a1. This guy's pretty good, man. He didn't see that. Oh, no. He was supposed to play rook a1. That was a really big mistake. He didn't need to play f3. There was no reason to play that right away. So now he's just kind of doing random stuff. We got the same stuff. Just happen to have the same stuff. He's likes making random exchanges, but he's very, very underrated, I think. The game is still within a fairly small margin of error. The overlay? What? Oh. Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse, actually. I mean, dude, you can see the board perfectly. It's just the clock is kind of weird. Okay, I will fix that. Actually, I did fix it, and then I didn't realize it would mess with the board. Alright. So. Oh, it's so irritating now. It messes up my donate. See, the problem is it messes up donate if I do it that way. There's no good solution. 1730, bro. Spirit? And who calls himself Spirit? That's weird. Bro, come on. Just 1600 Blitz? Whoa. I have a bad connection. Another solid move. B5 looks pretty strong, actually. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I gotta fix the overlay. I did fix it, and I had to refix it. Now donate looks stupid. So, and my internet sucks. Bye-bye. This guy is very solid for 1730. Seriously? Gotta love this central pawn cube. Central cubicle. Still not easy to win this. Jesus, dude. The guy is a little too good, if you know what I mean. I don't see how to make progress. I do see a funny move. Okay. Funny haha. Wow. Now, that's not your everyday move there, buddy boy. How do you like them apples? Mr. Spirit. Just when you thought I can't penetrate in your position, I did anyway. How do you like that, dude? Look at that move. Look at that move. Rook F2. Take that, bro. Spirit. Yeah, you didn't see Rook F2. You're toast now. How about a knight end game? Do you like knight end games? How about knight end games with 2 pawns down? How do you feel about those? Good? Confident? Nice. What's up, Astrobate? How do you like Rook F2? Did you see that? It took me a while to find it. Pretty crushing. A bone-crushing shot that forces exchange into a knight in game. Though, you know, maybe, I'm not winning by force here. But actually, Rook B2 is really pretty strong. I can play Rook B2. What's that? What was that? Someone followed? Spirit. Tracy 443. We had a raid yesterday from Skewerly. I want to thank you for that. So we're actually here on a Friday morning. Usually I'm a little later, and I can do a couple hours of Blitz challenges, 5+ something. So challenge me to 5+, where 5+ X, where X is between 1 and 5. You know, so anything between 5+1 and 5+5. Not more, not less. Very nice move there. Now knight E2. Yeah, he's done. He's done. Put a fork in him. I'll take that. That's 2 up. Plus we have oh, you want to penetrate with activity. That's not very nice. Okay, that's a cool move that I missed. Again, you know, I don't think this player is run-of-the-mill 1700. You got to give him credit. He's running up the mill. What a move. All right, let's go. This is a blunder. Very possible. Very possible blunder by me. King B7 is nice, though, isn't it? Now that's a nice move. Isn't it? Why not? He's going to get some pawns, but my passer is so strong. This isn't so easy. Getting all the pawns. He's greedy. He's greedy like that. Man, dude, this guy ain't 1730. Look at his ratings. How does it even make any sense, dude? Whoa. Major graph change. All right, graphics. What'd you do? Knight C3. Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot, actually. I mean, yeah. No way this guy's 1730 Lichess Rapid. Very inconsistent. You know, I mean, 1 minute he's like 1100, the next minute he's 2200. Next minute he's like 1300. I see this a lot, though. You know, people probably have, you know, a couple people playing on the same computer, and one guy is 1900 and the other one's like 1600, and the 1900 plays on the 1600's account or something like that. They're like sharing an account. I think a lot of times it's not about people using a computer. They're just like more than one person, you know. We're playing his dad. So how does this work exactly? I'm gonna queen my pawn. But you have that crazy ass and 95. A2. His pawns are dangerous here. This is kind of a puzzle position, isn't it? So take, king up. Wow. B4 or A4? What's the difference? I mean, come on, bro. This guy, 1700. And he's fast, too. Notice he's rated 1300 in bullet. Because that makes so much sense. Most fast players are rated 1300 in bullet. Wow, dude. I actually gained a point for that. Oh my god, what a horrible game. Bro, I don't know. I had the feeling I had messed it up. Why is there a Grandmaster in that tournament? Okay, Spirit, look at this game, bro. He reached a drawn position. Wow. I made 3 blunders, all in a row, from winning position. It was a perfectly good game until this point, and King B7 was a blunder. Well, I'm going to assume my original intention was to take, but then I saw something I didn't like. I felt like he had some trick. Check, King A5, and then check again. So, if I take, he checks, attacking my knight, right? And then I have to go here, and I had this feeling like I was getting screwed. But I think I failed to recognize that I had knight A6. That's when it started to go south. I panicked when I didn't see I had knight A6 here, and things started to go wrong. This is winning. All right, we got a challenge from what? Tony Z Gambits. All right. Joined 10 months ago. Well, that's a long time. All right. Dr. Chip Chance. What? Watch streak reached. 3-stream streak. Okay, Tony Z Gambits. What do you got? Tony G. How did I know he was going to play that? I got a gambit for your gambit. Fuck beers. Peter Falkbeer. Now, this has a name, but I forgot what it was. Dr. Chip Chance with 3 stream. Oh, okay. I think knight f3 is good for black. We obviously have choices. So if I play e4, do you have queen e2? That's nothing. This looks good for black. Tony G. Queen h5? No, I go g6. Okay, d4, that's reasonable. Now what do I do? It's tempting to play like Ponte's pawn, but that would really mobilize pieces, so I don't want to do that. We're just gonna play this. So it's a weird position. White isn't that bad here. This is 5+3. It's a reasonable time control. I think it's the best, probably the best time control of the 1 through 5 increments. It's a kind of Petrov. Technically, this is my good bishop, but in such a close position, I don't know if that really exists. Good bishops. All right. Yeah, weird opening. All right, now I'm going to take, because that's the tempo. I think you should recapture. But what do I know? I'm just a caveman, and yeah, I don't know. What do I know? Is good control of e5. If I get rid of that knight on e5, though. Oh no, my pawn structure. Yeah. The pressure on d4. Mule Skinner, what happened? We saw you at the tournament on Tuesday, and then everyone left. Tournament Tuesday was a fail this week. Yeah, this is annoying, actually. Double exclam. F5, bishop d5. I don't know how good that is for me. You know, this may be a big mistake. What about other options? You know what? I don't really care about that knight. But maybe I should. Alright. Yeah. You know what? I do care. And now we're on the double attack. We have e3. In some cases, we have f6. I like f6. Bye-bye. Wow. He doesn't want that. Okay, well, how's your knight? How's my driving? This guy's pretty good, man. Another player. They're always underrated. I've got Hugo. Wow, Hugo's back. And that's years ago he played first on my stream. Mule Skinner still with us after all these years. Subscribing 79 months. Hugo Mule Skinner. The Scandinavians are in the house. Representing Denmark. I kind of thought you didn't see knight a5. Oh, knight a6. Well, I mean, I don't know what I see. I mean, I see a lot of stuff, but just not seeing it at the right time. We're just not seeing it at the right time. I saw knight a5 now. Something clear here. But white is pretty good. You know, he's made the King's Gambit look like a viable opening. I mean, objectively, the Falkbeer is fun, but not black's best, probably. It's a fun way to not give white any initiative. I think there's lots of King's Gambit accepteds that are very good for black, probably. Okay. Yeah. Let's think about this. Trade. Blockade. B6, Queen D5, maybe F5 if I have time. I don't know if I want to play F5. Depends. Depends on the situation. If I play F5, if white has G4 breaks, maybe it's safer not to play F5. What am I doing? Okay, bishop takes, knight takes. I'm hitting his bishop. This looks very, very pleasant for black. Black's better. Hi, what's up? So, nothing's up, really. What's up with you? We're exercising our right to blockade. I think I could have, whatever. White is worse. Seriously worse. He does have a protected pass pawn, for whatever that's worth. 5+3 is a good time control. I like that better than... Well, 5-2 or 5-3 would be my preference. But you can challenge me anything between 5-1 and 5-5. 5-5's a bit much. It's a bit much. I mean, it gets really long. 5-5 is rapid, right? Not blitz anymore. So is this a blunder? Or is this a trap? Blunder or trap? It just looks like a blunder. I mean, I'm winning a clear pawn. But we can win this in various methodologies. Yeah, white is losing now. White is losing now. He is lost. He's lost the building. Another pawn for the hopper. Although if I do play rook takes d2, he'll lose everything. Yeah, this is cracked. He has rook b5, actually. It's a bit greedy. I'm not going to take it. We don't need that pawn. We're winning without it, and we don't give him any counterplay. No rook b5, no bishop d2, no active crap. This is a good move. N-O. Yeah. So guys, anything between 5+1 and 5+5, I'm here for the next 2 hours, hopefully. Rook f3, unfortunately, isn't quite cutting it. And I don't have an immediate threat. Sadly, I might want to take his bishop, but that's also cutting it close. Rook f6. Come on, bro. He has that. Stupid. Queen on the diagonal. That's a nice defense there. How did you find that? If I take the pawn on a3, he has rook a1. Very annoying. And maybe I'm winning after knight b5. Knight b5 is tad awkward, but a pawn is a pawn, and I'm attacking another pawn. Okay, he has bishop h6. I may have underestimated that. Rook a1. Knight b5, bishop h6. This isn't really going to be enough. Of course, I play queen f7. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. He's made it on f1. And now we just have too many pawns. Though his central passer survived, it's been immobilized. So it's over. Did someone call it immobilized? Did someone say that? Now, who would say a thing like that? They said that pawn was immobilized. Are you serious? Alright. Cutting it a little close here. That's inconvenient. But I should be winning here. But it's not so easy. Okay. He's a tricky guy. E3. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm only up 2 pawns. Whoa. No way. Oh no. Uh-oh. Alright. That's not mate. I'm just saying. Wow. Crafty. I should just take this pawn. It wasn't a very elegant game. Gonna be some problems. So how was the game overall? I don't know about this opening, you know. Better than the first game. Only 1 blunder this time. We cut the blunders down from 3 to 1. But the opening is only equal. Let's see. So this knight of 3 is a reasonable move. It's not White's best move. Wow, only 1 game where this has ever been played. Very strange. I got a message, bro? Oh no. Don't do that. Don't send me random messages. Alright, casual 5+3. The Danish are here, and the Norwegians. You guys are neighbors. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing this popular D3 move. People are terrible at these endgames in general. But if you study it, I think black can equalize, probably. Having said that, I think there's a lot of disagreement about what's the best way to play it for black. This is really like I'm black in Old Indian. He seems to have a clue what he's doing, but I don't know. Playing very fast. I'm out of the pin. I'm threatening stuff. What stuff? I don't know. I have a strong central pawn. How's yours? No? Dominant pawn. You won't find that too much in the chess literature. This is very important. You're not going to learn that from, you know, Gotham chess or whatever. This is fundamentals. This is very strong. It's all you need is like a central superiority like this. Have a lasting advantage. Don't buy into that bullshit that chess is 99% tactics. Oop. There it is. Still, black might be alright here. Wouldn't spend too much time on this particular move, though. Tactics are useful, but they're not what chess is really, primarily about. There's so much else, beyond tactics. It's almost endless. It's like tactics is the easy part. It's so weird. I guess I get maybe some kind of weird backward interpretation of chess as 99% tactics. Yeah, the easy 99%. But, alright. So, h6 here. Anyone can calculate if they train themselves to. But really understanding chess, that's hard. That's hard, and it takes a lifetime for most people if they ever understand chess. He's got a strong pawn in the center now, but I'm better coordinated. Having said that, knight f2, bishop c5, I like this. White has an almost imperceptible advantage. One thing is this bishop is stuck outside the pawn chain for black. Very, very strangely placed over there. I expected a different move from him. Now, maybe that's not bad, though. Now I have to think. Sometimes talking isn't enough. So, knight c4, bishop c4. I have no immediate threat there, but I still think I have a pull and bear. They make up the stupidest names for stores, right? Pull and bear. What's that? Jack and Jones, Jack and Jill. These are just made up by some corporate advertising agency. Pull and bear. What? Alright, what is he talking about? You're like, what is he talking? What's wrong with this guy? What the hell is he talking about? Is my opponent equalizing? I'm a little concerned about that. How about the old b4? Talk about a radical approach. I do think he's almost equalized, though. I don't like bishop c5. See, he gets his bishop inside, now back inside the pawn chain. That's very smart. How much do I have left in the tank here? White's advantage is it's microscopic. It's getting so small. It's like Trump's penis. All right, knight a5. We have an itty-bitty tiny advantage still. I'd rather be white. It's almost imperceptible, though. Okay, his knights are redundant. I think that's really hurting him here. Can it be explained effectively? Explaining chess effectively is very hard. Yeah. That's a good point. That's why AI, guy asks me, oh, will you be replaced by AI? Uh-huh. Well, maybe people think they're learning chess from AI or something. Reality, not even clear what they're learning, so to speak. AI can pretend to teach you something, but it's unclear what it would possibly teach you. Just something regurgitated. Wow, you know, this c5 looks kind of crazy. I mean, that's your king, man. That's both of our kings. c5 is pretty crazy. Knight d3. Who's attacking who here? He is very bad. He's a bad man. What? How can you do that? This is going to get really insane in a minute. It's a great move. 2060. Damn it. It was a good year. Man, I cannot seem to find a good move now. His bishops are pointing at me. Wow. So b5 looks good, and then c4. And we get into this like weird situation where I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It feels like I have to play this. Unclear, you know. Now both kings are going to be opened in a minute here. And which way should I take with the pawn? Right, I saw this. Knight c4, not what I expected. Okay, he had king b8 there, which was apparently, you know, logical. But Jesus, dude. Knight e5 doesn't work. My king's open. King b7. Okay. Wow. Ah, he didn't want the pawn. Who can blame him, right? Damn. Fantastic play. Just fantastic play. That's a strong knight. That sucks for me. What am I doing? The guy's a genius. He's a genius. He improved a lot since the last time I played him. Or maybe this is just a saber kind of position, I don't know. But he totally equalized on me. Man, it's equal. It's completely equal now. Maybe he's even better. Nah. It's equal. That move is a little bit risky. That's what I thought too, but I think you made a mistake. I think he made a mistake here. You should have done it the other way. I mean, I don't think you should have taken that, given up your bishop. Now you might be worse. Yeah, 2 bishops. That's a huge mistake. He thought maybe I had to take on b6, but I don't. You know, your white square bishop's too important. Suddenly black is just worse. And everything has just fallen apart for black. He just lost everything. It's a disaster. He's going to go into an ending, but he's seriously worse here. Oop, 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 oop. Is that enough? Is that enough? Hmm. What? I don't know, man. Really? Wow. Yeah, I don't think you should give me another pawn. Though, he figures, what's the difference? 1H pawn or 2? If I can't get in there, I can't win. But I imagine I decoy him with this H pawn. He resigned. Kind of early to resign, but yeah. So everything was fine until you traded your bishop. It's like totally equal. Oh, even here it's a draw. Holy crap. G5. If G5, you can trap my bishop? Oh no. Okay, that's not easy to see. It was a good game. But I don't think you should trade your white square bishop here. This is a huge mistake. The computer actually thinks black is better. 0.1. But F5 is an engine move. I mean, all right, next game, Mule Skinner. Scandinavia is in the house. We've got Denmark, Norway, and Finland represented. Sweden, where are you? Thomas. Sweden and Iceland. Faroe Islands. All right, let's get some practice in this Sicilian. I've been playing a lot of E5. Someone on sound playing this annoying bishop E5, man. I gotta come up with a solution against that. This doesn't bother me as much. The Grand Prix doesn't bother me as much. So the bishop E5 is the really nasty thing. And this position, wait a minute now. What am I supposed to do? Knight Ge7? There's also D6 E4, which is really weird. I don't know this well enough. I do think it's one of Black's best lines. Horton. Asterbate Horton. John Lithgow did a really great Horton the Elephant. You know, if you ever want to listen to the, you know, story. My kids love that. Look up Horton the Elephant. You know, Horton Hears a Who or whatever. You couldn't do better than John Lithgow for telling a Dr. Seuss story. And when he's not imitating, you know, Rudy Giuliani, all right, so pawn takes E4, D4, I don't remember. Pawn takes E4? That doesn't seem right. Pawn takes E4? Am I supposed to do that? For real? Maybe. Horton the Elephant. So, yeah. I don't know. A6 takes F5 or something. Looks scary. I still think it's a Budapest Gambit. Mule Skinner, did you ever play the Budapest Gambit? I guess he could play knight E5 here. What would Asterbate do? Bishop D7. I could get smothered mated. Knight E5, bishop D7, knight takes E4, threatening knight E6 mate. Can somebody tell us where we are? Knight takes e4, threatening knight takes c5, maybe? Knight takes e4, knight takes c5. What do I do? Why are you hesitating here? Oh no, my bishop. Oh no, that's got to be a mistake. I feel like you should have done it the other way, although maybe it doesn't matter, actually. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? No, it's not the same thing. Yeah, that's a beautiful position. Bishop d7, knight takes e4, knight takes c5, knight d6 mate. That's stupid. I have check. Oh no. Does this matter? Speaking of the Budapest Gambit. In between. Tweens. Banning all tweens from social media. In Australia. Go out and get bit by a shark, you know. Get off of social media. If you're a teen, it's in Australia, get off your ass. Go to the beach. Get eaten by a shark. Come on. What is this social media obsession? Bishop takes c6. No smothered mate today, mate. Little Australian joke. Don't make light of shark attacks. No, sharks get attacked too. They get eaten by orcas. Alright, we're out of the proverbial woods. Reminds me of Asterbait yesterday's submission game. Remember Asterbait, how you didn't play f5 to try to protect pawn on e4? You didn't care about that? That's very serious Budapest Gambit vibes here. And f5 is really interesting. You know, if I play f5, he can play d3. My e6 pawn is weak. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, is that something that I want to do? f5 for him is a threat. But maybe I do it. You know, f5, d3 takes, queen e6 check, bishop e7. That's crazy, huh? I've got to watch this. Got to watch f5. How about g6, knight takes c4, bishop g7? Castle queenside, anyone? Really like the castle kingside. Be safe. Have a nice Thanksgiving and be safe. f5 takes. f5 takes, rook takes f5, g6, followed by another f5. Double f5. Don't even think about that. Now, my idea was to be safe. And Muleskinner has a serious issue at c2. Knight b4, d3, c3, knight d3. What does it really do? What doesn't it do? Black is better. Winning? No. Better? Yes. There's f5. For real now. Yo, I could have played f5. Now we can talk about f5. Queens are off the board. The backwardness of the e6 pawn isn't so significant anymore, I think. The The battle for f5. You still can go for it. Takes, rook takes. I probably castle. And black is better. He's got a development problem on the queen side. What's that about? Oh no. Oh no, the queen side. Oh man. He's planning bishop a3. I don't want to castle queenside because I thought this is kind of an issue. Rather castle kingside or play f5 and not castle at all. Magnus tied. Back in my day. Oh. Pigeon chess. f5. Knight. The problem is knight f2, knight f4. Wow. I mean, f5 looks pretty good. We have a cubby hole for the king on f7. I mean, obviously knight g5 is unclear. I was going to take it. It's controversial, but I think black is better because my opponent has no bishop. Really? How's your bishop? Mr. Bishop. No bishop, no king. 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 This is hard for white. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. So, if you go h4 now, I take. Or maybe I play h5. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. I don't know, maybe I just ignore it actually. h4. I'll just ignore it. Whatever. You're not threatening anything. This is hard for white. I mean, he's close to totally collapsing at any moment. An inconvenient truth. Al Gore. Man, f4 is brutal. Phew. If I can play f4, I can take on g5, by the way. Not now. Alright. Yeah. Oof. He's really toast now. What do they call that? Like the Grand Prix Bishop? Oh, you're gonna play the other rook up? No way. Check. Don't I have like mate? King is a fighting piece. Oh no, he didn't do it. This is kind of nasty. You're nasty. You're not getting out, are you? The what bishop? Poor Skinner. Alright. Not a good ending for white. My play is getting better, though. This one we handled really well. You were equal until king h1. And interestingly, very sensible continuation for both sides and never been played before. Okay, there are some games up till here. My d takes e4. Yeah, now here I thought you made a mistake. I thought you should play knight takes e4. Garbarino. Computer wants to play f6. Lexi Ortega played f6 in a game in 2000. He's Cuban, but he's been living in Italy forever. F6, knight takes c6. That's funny. So queen d4 is a novelty. King h1 and bishop d7. Inspired by Asterbait. You inspire me, Asterbait. Shaki's here. Nefedov's here. Guys, don't forget to give subs so the new viewers will follow the stream and return viewers. Shaki. Don't play e4, e5 against Nefedov. I don't know. Nefedov's tough, man. I hope he's not white again. Yeah, bishop c4, okay. That's a move here. It's a move. I had this earlier today. Every game is Budapest Gambit. Coincidence? Shaki, you did some bishop e5 thing against me. Was that this line where that happened? There's also this trap, right? Knight d7. So what am I supposed to play? What am I supposed to play? Can you tell me, please, about this Budapest Gambit? A6, I believe. Now if b6. Bishop b2 or something? I gotta get my bishop in the game. Okay, I'm just stopping a5 for now. Discouraging a5. Don't go too crazy, Shaki. You have a control position here. It looks very reasonable for white, right? You're playing the bird Larson or something. And bishop b7 always gets hit by some tactics, so I have to be careful how I do this. River guarding rook. Bishop e7. Rook a7, queen c7. For some reason I shouldn't play queen c7. Yeah. Why should I play queen c7? It's a stupid ass move, isn't it? I don't know. You know, bishop e7 allows my queen to have more scope. I need to get rid of that knight, though. It would be nice to get rid of that knight on e5. Knight d7, knight f7, king f7, queen e6, check, blah, blah, blah. So... I mean, whatever. I understand that I'm supposed to castle. And he's making bullet moves. Now, like bishop b7, knight f7, rook f7, and stuff like that is still possible. So we have to be, again, we have to be very careful. Rook a7, definitely not a bad idea altogether. Queen c7 with the idea of, I don't know. Queen c7 with the idea of knight c6. Queen c7 is slow. Queen c7, d3. Shit. This shit is not a joke, man. Yeah, this is very awkward. It's a funny move. Bishop d7. Should d7, queen f3. Rook a7 is slow. Queen c7 is slow. Everything's slow. You're slow. Gotta play knight c6 before it's too late, you know. Watch out for Shaki's favorite bishop b5 trap. So d3, knight c6, bishop f4. And then, okay, we will answer that question when we get there. Does he want to play bishop f4 or something else? He played something else. So he's just making fast moves. But that kills his best piece. And suddenly white is up a lot of time with no advantage. Probably I should take at this juncture. That does improve his pawn. What about bishop b7? Yeah. Let's do this first. Okay. And I can play bishop g5, knight d5 even, but we'll see. I don't know. It was kind of a concession to play knight takes c6 for white, no? Now black is better. Every game of Budapest Gambit reversed. How many times do I have to tell you? Here's the f5. It's like last game. Well, I don't know if I want to do f5. Especially with this bishop on c4. You know, maybe I should put my rooks on d8 and e8 instead of f8 and e8. What are you doing over there? Where are you going? Over there. That diagonal is sort of gone. It's the same as last game. You know, this. This. Everybody challenged to 5+3 today. That's better. I like it better than 5-5 or 5-1. What was that? Okay, guys. Blitz challenges 5-1 through 5-5. H4. That's very sound. Extremely sound move by white. Highly recommended. H4. When in doubt, just play H4, you know, for no apparent reason. That's always been my recommendation. Chucky clearly doesn't feel like thinking, thus H4. All right. Frog Power. Portland Frog Power. Seattle is close to Portland, but not the same place. Frog Power. All right. We're catching up on time. The F5 is, you know, one of those things that happens in the Budapest Gambit. Sometimes even with this bishop on the diagonal. It's weird how every Sicilian turns into a Budapest Gambit. How's that happen? It's weird. They're not even similar, openings really. I guess kind of hyper modern in a way, but yeah, I don't know if I want to do F5 yet. We'll see. We don't have to. We could do other stuff like this. I was talking about this. It's nice. Get out of the way. I could have played knight F4. I don't know what it really does though. Just sort of sits there. Knight F4 is okay too. Here he could take, actually. I thought that's good for me, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think it's probably good for me. So the idea is to recirculate. Oh, no. No, sir. Recirculate. If A5. I have to think about it. Maybe I have a problem there. No, I could play A5, B5. Bishop moves B4. And then knight D4. So actually A5 is not very good for white. Unless he has some insane sacrifice or something. Pointing your bishops at my king's side. Pointing all your pieces at my king's side is nice. But I'm going to do rook D8. I'm going to do rook D8 and then what? And then like knight D4. And you're getting redacted. I will redact you. Redact that man. Oh, king H1. So what are you trying to do? Oh my god. King H1. White has no plan. And here we go. Oh, that doesn't look good. Rip dark squares. Now, black is better. And you can take with the pawn, but it would stagnate. My structure would get kind of stagnant if I did that. I think I should take with the rook. This is more fluid. Fluid dynamics. Time is a factor. Time is money, friend. Does have a lot of stuff on the E file, huh? Did I take that pawn? Greedy. That was greedy. Okay. That was greedy too. You were greedy. We're both greedy. D3 is hanging. Oops. F7's hanging. What? It wasn't hanging. Now it's hanging. You snuck that move in on me. Ah. This looks horrible for white. B, he's gonna attack my bishop. No? Oh no. Check. Oh my god. Now those are bishops. How is he going to engineer some sort of threat here? Not, okay. So I'm playing better every game. We're literally playing better every game. This was my best game so far. 1 in accuracy. The whole game. Two. Two. It didn't like one of my early moves. Let's see. E5 takes. Here, E6, Queen E2. Now A6 or Bishop D6. A4. And now B6 is played only in one game. That's like the Nazi death camp. Ivan the Terrible. Alright, B6, Knight C3 here. So Bishop B7 is really bad. Wow. I have to play Bishop D6, F4, Queen C7. Bishop D6, F4, Queen C7. And if B3, so I defend here. If Bishop B7, you can't sack, because I take with the Queen. Okay, interesting. Instead of continuing to try to play dynamically, I should have just traded into an endgame. Well, I mean, H4 is insane. You know, H4 is like, you didn't feel like playing chess anymore. So you just threw that pawn forward. I mean, yeah. Alright, Nefedov is up. He's white every time. Except when he's not. He was black, okay, last game, for one game. We had the Slav. I'm sick of this. You know, I'm sick of this. I am sick of this. I will not tolerate this. So what does he do in the Berlin? I don't remember Nefedov Berlin. I definitely don't like the exchange variation, and I don't like the stupid Petrov. But, so B3, if B3, it's for me. What do I do? H6. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this a problem? Do you know what you're doing? Because I don't know what I'm doing. The thing is, he can always play G4 at a later date, right? I know A5 is a common idea. I think I'd like to wait on that. You see, now that's the G4. There comes G4. So, fine, right? That's scary. I have to retreat. But when? C5 first. Because I don't want that to happen. This could be dangerous, though. I have to watch. You know, G4, 97, and then a quick H5 or something. I'm just, like, teaching myself how to play the Berlin endgame. But it does seem like a good weapon against Nefedov. He's so annoying with the other stuff. You got to avoid the exchange variation. You got to avoid the Petrov. So this is, like, one of the only sort of sensible things to try. Now, Magnusdov. What is happening here? Magnusdov. G5 is kind of insane, but it's not completely out of the question. I don't know what C4 is about. He just was worried I would play C4. It's like a defensive move. So if I play knight c6, well, there's no reason I have to do that right away. Connect my rooks. I can play h5. h5 is interesting. Then he goes knight g5. See, he's ready for that. Knight g6, knight f4. Oh, he's ready for that too. He's ready for everything. I never did play a5. Amazing how fast he is, but he did the 5-5. Guys, I got another hour to hang out with you guys and play Blitz now. Watch for sacrifices. A5 is still an option, but feels sort of unnecessary at this point. And inflexible. I see what maybe is happening here. Okay. H5, knight g5. That's a thing. A5, A4. G5. Interesting move. Not without some risk. I think I'm going to do it though. He has 96 check. Okay, BFD. Doesn't do anything. Sack a piece, Nefedov. Knight takes g5. Positional piece sacrifice. You need to play that. You want to play that. You know you want to play that. He always has more time than me. Doesn't need to think. That's an odd move. King g2. Oh, king g3. Okay. Perhaps. Well, I can play bishop e7 now. So what's the problem? Knight f6. What does that do? Now what do you do about a5? Por ejemplo. a5, a4, presumably. Well, we just hope that that b3 pawn is an issue at some point in the future. That falls, it's game over. He has knight d5 now. Doesn't really do anything. Alright. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Knight d5. c6. Position is like equal. I should probably play knight f4, you know. His king on g3, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, if you ask me, man. You know, you thought he was going to play bishop c1 earlier to stop knight f4, and he never stopped it. And I've been just sitting here, like, not doing it, but I'm spoiled for choice. If knight d5, king c6 is interesting, instead of c6. Now he was nervous I was going to play knight f4. Sort of conned him there. Now I have c6 and b5. Looks really good. What's his idea? Like knight g7? I don't care. What do I care? Yeah, now I play knight f4. Or no? It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. He's a super strong blitz player. 1577 bullet. Which way do I take? I was going to take with a knight. It's insane. Knight d2. What? Wow. That's wild. Nobody has a clue what it does. Incredible. Knight d4. I mean, knight f4. Oh, I see. Here's your one trick. He's just an absolute genius. What do you think, guys, the Centipon loss is going to come out like really insanely good for white? He's suspicious. He's so suspicious. He plays like a grandmaster against me, you know, every single game. That's why he's lost almost all the games. I don't know how he's lost all those games, actually, by the way. But he seems to always play like a genius. I don't know, maybe he lost on time all of these games? I mean, he never plays bad. I don't understand. How do I have mostly wins against Nefedov? I don't even remember winning any games. It seems like he's always better. This is a really tremendous game by white. This one. What a move. Because he gains some kind of counterplay. This is it's an unbelievable game by him. I mean, he's played perfectly. It's like a masterpiece of strategy. How does that happen? How does that freaking happen, man? Okay. Knight e2, bishop takes g5. That's not good. How do I survive this? Knight h3. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid, man. Okay, we gotta try something else. Yeah. I don't know. He's unbelievably strong. It's crazy, dude. Especially in the openings. No matter what you play against him, he's got a perfect system. A bishop d4. That's brilliant. That's just an absolutely brilliant move. Maybe I can draw. Dude, look at this game by White. Are you serious? He made a blunder? What blunder? His only blunder was like not winning. Wow. Very accurate game by both sides. One blunder. I can't believe it went downhill so quickly at the end. I was totally lost. What did I do to myself here? Just like my mistake is allowing h4. Is that the point? By allowing h4, suddenly White is like better. It's very strange. Karpov? Wow, that's crazy. Karpov played this back in 1987. So it looks like no one plays what I did here. Well, that's not surprising. Maybe no one plays Nefedov's move. Okay, b3 is very infrequently played. h6 is number one move. So he's just playing a line that no one plays. It's still fine. Ochoa versus Karpov, 1987. Bishop e6. Knight on bd2. Yeah, I know a5 is a standard idea. So I tried this. This is actually a pretty good move, it looks like. b6 is possibly even Black's best move. a5 is played, you know, too automatically in these types of positions. Though maybe c5, played by Miroslav Filip in 1976. So where did this go, you know, go south? I played, like, perfectly. I'm playing like Arthur Bidguy. Bidguy used to play this. Wow, he lost to Rowley in 1990. Bisgeier was one of those guys who played the Berlin on a regular basis. That's true. He lost his equal position. I'm fine. Nefedov just played perfectly. Perfectly, every move engine. You could have played h4 now. You should have played h4 right away. But okay, a4 is fine. It's not fine. Oh my god, I have b5. Wow. You see, that's never going to be played by me. I'm never going to find this. And certainly not in a Blitz game. That's an incredible move. What an amazing move, b5. So it was like totally equal. Alright guys, another challenge. The mysterious chess theory. Chess Geary. No London system. No Bodler. Yeah, Nefedov. Thanks for giving me a draw in a winning position. Although I didn't realize you were winning. Because if king f5, knight g7 check, obviously. So you might be winning, but it wasn't so obvious. Let's do it again. Chess theory 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean, you know, the Berlin defense isn't played for a win necessarily, you know? I mean, it is what it is. I just practicing and trying to learn different things like that I don't normally play. I've played it only on occasion. Here we go again. The end game, which I think is fine for Black. So, yeah, I mean, like h6, right? We always do h6. h6, h3. g5 is such a key square. I think are very rich, and what the reason why so many people play the Berlin and this endgame is because it is a very rich position. I mean, there's a lot of imbalance, very hard to play for both sides. People think, oh, boring endgame. It's anything but boring. I mean, it's extremely sophisticated. How many really interesting games have happened between Magnus and Caruana and all these like top players, Kramnik obviously, and everyone else who plays the Berlin defense. Wow. So White is really tanking here. He's no Nefedov. That's book. I don't know. Is this a mistake? G4 97, 94. That's not supposed to be a big deal, right? Well, maybe I should play like Bishop B4, no? What's up with Bishop B4? Chess theory is taking a lot of time for someone who's named chess theory. It's 5 plus 5. Knight d4, bishop d5. Sorry, g4 first. Okay, this bishop f4 move is very strange. He's inducing g5. Which might not be such a bad move for me anyway. This is probably a blunder. Let's see. G4, 97, 94. Maybe not. Well, anything's possible. I can even play bishop d7, but then e6. I'm a little too obsessed with playing b6. King c8, king b7. Shock Opa. Welcome back. Yeah, so, okay. Well, not a lot of choices here. I have bishop d5. But I think I'd rather not and say I did. I don't know, I think I misplayed this. I'm assuming I misplayed this. After last game, I'm sort of copying what I did last game in a totally different position, so it's really not appropriate. Now king e8, knight b5, so we have to go here. That was the original plan anyway. It seems like white might even be better than Nefedov's game. Again, I have like this very bad bishop, completely blocked in. I have no idea who this is, this player with white. Rook d2. It's not a big deal, but okay, he'll have to move his king at some point. But is black okay here? I'm not so sure. You know, I don't think this is good. That's a weird move. He wants sprint. Still, maybe it's fine. But I do think a little weird. It's a passive move. Very passive move. Very bigly. 92. Oh, typical maneuver. And white is turning f4 now, so we've been in this scenario in the past. Okay, I mean here I haven't played g5, so I could just play something else, and I probably should, you know, honestly. Alright, so king b7. King b7 knight f4, that's an issue. Oh boy. Wait. No, we got this. We got this. We got this. Still, white is always better, you know. I'm good. Just a short Blitz stream. If anyone wants to play, I've got about 35 minutes left. And otherwise, I'll be back on Sunday. We have a Simul Sunday. That'll be my last stream for like 11 days because I have to go to Prague to play pokercation. So weekly pokercation. Yearly pokercation. C3. Controlling d4. White has played hesitantly in this game, but still has a good position. Yeah. No. We gotta be careful here. All right. No. I don't like rook e8 Chess theory 1, 2, 3, 4. Mysterious player. Yeah, he's very methodical. Very different from Nefyadov's approach, but so solid. I have like no winning chances. Welcome to the Berlin defense, I guess, huh? Jeez. So how do we recapture if he trades rooks? It's like a mirror image of last game. Horrible. My queen side's a little better. Well, at least I managed to play c4 now. Still the double pawn. Yeah, okay. Remind me not to play the Berlin defense on the stream. I played it against Nefyadov for a reason, but then to play it against this player was just stupid. There's just no reason to do that. We don't want to be playing this against random lower-rated players. He's actually higher rated than Nefyadov, but Nefyadov's opening repertoire is very annoying, so the Berlin makes sense against him. Not against everyone. So white is still better. Wow. All right. I need my king. Has anyone seen my king? This is pretty bad. That's a weird move. I thought he was going to come with his king to the center. Well, maybe his plan is also okay. Let's see, knight f7. Can I blockade? Ooh, that's the worst move I've ever seen. That's hard to believe you played this whole game like that, and then you played that move. What is that, like lose by force? Why would you play b3 after playing like a genius the entire game? That's just really weird. This is the thing with online chess that bothers me. I mean, I just don't understand how it's the same player who played the whole game and then b3. Why in the world would you do that? He still might survive. Unbelievable. Right? b3. I'm doubling my pawns on the queen side. It's inconceivable. I need a place. Wow, that's a stupid move. Okay. I need a place. That's a stupid move too. Okay. Let's see. Up, there, check, takes, there. This endgame is kind of weird. And you're blocking me. Nefyadov the second. What if I just can't get in there? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is weird, but whatever. I was thinking about g5. Who cares, right? Chess says one big fat draw. Wow, what is that? How are you going to defend the e5 pawn? Wow. So you're really going to do it that way? There's not enough pawn left to win, I guess. It's just a draw. It has to be a draw with only 2 pawns left against 1. Unless someone loses a piece. But I don't know. What do I know? This should be a draw, even now. Maybe I can even try to lose. I think it's possible to try and lose this. That is possible. It's a 5+5 time control Gina Rook. There's a lot of time. It's a lot of increment. This player is 2,000 in bullet. I mean, no. I was probably never winning. I was worse the whole game. Anyway, whatever. I just hate playing anonymous people that repeatedly come to my stream and never tell us who they are. Alright. Consistently maximizing the length of the game. I think that's White's primary goal, to make the game as long as humanly possible. I could offer a draw, but why would I do that? Play it out. Yeah, I had a win. And they had a better position the whole opening. 24 CPL, so pretty close to the game with Nefyadov a few minutes ago. But this I misplayed pretty badly. Okay, so on Bishop F4, okay, I don't know. You know, nobody plays Bishop F4. So I didn't know what to do here, but this looks like it's important. This isn't like not a move. It looks like, you know, even Bishop E6 is weak. I shouldn't do Bishop E6. Bishop D7, Knight E7, King E8. They're all moves. This is not a particularly good move. And White has G4. Now they have a serious advantage after that. And now it looks like they're almost winning. Wow. It's a huge advantage for White. I mean, I felt it, of course. Rook D2, Knight E2, played very hesitantly. They played too hesitantly and they lost most of their advantage. And then this crazy thing happened. What I don't understand is how a player who played this well this whole game would play the move B3. And you're like, time pressure. They have 50 seconds plus 5 seconds per move. So this is you? Are you admitting to being that player, or you're someone else? Ergs. I hate that. People send me random stuff that's so annoying, bro. Don't do that. Don't send me, like, random stuff. Alright. That's so obnoxious. So, mana, and Tony's challenging again. Mana 3+2. No, sorry. That's the wrong time control. Tony, another guy. Igrok. Alexei Dreyev's old name, Igrok. Alright. No more Berlin defense. Igrok. I had one of these yesterday. I played this weird move D5, and my opponent played E5. Now this guy's playing a proper C3 Sicilian here. Proper. Queen B3 takes. This is interesting. Can I play Knight F6 now, or do I have to trade? Yeah, I mean, I think I should play Knight F6. Now I forget. You know, I haven't played this line in a while. We might have time for one more game after this. But these endgames are generally pretty good for black. I had this type position against move 11 in a training game. And, you know, if not the exact same position, something very, very close to this. Check. You didn't say check. So we want to maximize dynamism while minimizing our losing chances. Top Igrok best. 2263 bullet. Newish account. Black has the initiative, here. I'm down a pawn temporarily, but white can't castle. That king is always a problem. These endgames, you have to be really specialist to play with white. These C3 Sicilian allow the trade of queens on D1 type endgames. I knew some people who used to do this. Kamelnitsky, Robin Cunningham, but it's not easy, man. Knight D4 looks like a reasonable move. Don't have to take his bishop right away, on the one hand. On the other hand, I can take it if I want to. Alright. Check here, bishop D7. Good comp for the pawn. An excellent dark square bishop. I can castle queenside. I'd rather be black. I don't know. He has an extra pawn. Who cares? It's a crappy pawn. And I have a more harmonious position. But objectively, it's probably like equal. I used to hate these kind of endgames, but you learn to love them. Dr. Strangelove. Alright. Now, I mean, it's a new account, so I don't know. Maybe I'm playing an engine or something. It's played pretty well. C3 Sicilian. Okay. I take with the pawn. You want to keep your two bishops, and then they can be ejected with e5. Although that has to be done carefully, actually. This knight can come in here or here. If I try to eject knight number 1 with e5, I'll give up a big hole on d6 to the other knight. So we have to calculate exactly, using both bishops here, keep those knights at bay. And black might well be better. First off, king here, I guess. Look, mono checks. Oh, did I miss something there? No. I don't want e5 96 check. So if I have e5 or I have bishop e6 or bishop g4. Igrok is a bullet player. Actually, a particular variant of chess player. 2263 bullet, but only 114 games and only 300 games blitz. Hyper bullet. Oh my god. What's the difference between hyper bullet and ultra bullet? And I thought they're both just made up. Ultra or hyper? Where's Mr. Coffee today? No Mr. Coffee. He's sleeping late. Guys, I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving if you're from the Western Hemisphere. Rook F1. Almost have some tactics now, don't we? E5, rook takes F7. His E5, rook takes F7, oof. That's not nice. Maybe I should just play rook F8. Look, all my pieces are in the game. Bishops or knights? Chicken or beef? Chicken, turkey. So e5 and then check on f5. Hello. I think that we do this now. I hope this works. It looks really nasty. I think he's in trouble. I mean, I have bishop f5 check, and then what is white gonna do? There's a problem. There's d3. Not to mention his king. Double check. Double check. It's not double check, but it's practically double check. It feels like double check. It might as well be double check. King b3 not an option, so he has to go there. Now I go there, and we win material. Easy peasy. That hurts. And no time for knight d6 because he's losing a full rook there. So this looks like a good try. Takes. And now he threatens knight d6. So that is annoying. Rook c5, b4, e4. I meant to say my other rook move. Rook d5, rook c5. I'm being a little bit ahead of myself. e4. Just a minor threat. And it's really, really brutal now. Here. That, not good. Not good. All right, one more challenge from Tony Zombie. Last game. I'll be back on Sunday. Simul Classical. I'm playing on Sunday. Hopefully I win because I'm favored. It's a player I should beat. I'm white. I'm due. We'll be in a good mood on Sunday. Then Pokercation in Prague next week and the following week. So we got one more stream left. Sunday, be there. Rook d3 resigns. Bishops are stronger than knights, don't forget. Check. His knights never really got very mighty in this game. Now what do I do? I take here. Oh, that was brutal. Nah. How's the king and pawning game? Good? We keep it simple. Always keep it simple. Fundamentals. Do the king and pawn. The protected passer. Oh no. Oh no. All you can eat. This guy is really trying. He's really trying. You gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit, man. Go. Hurry up. You better go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Here. That's probably the easiest. Hurry. Alright. So last game. Tony Z Gambits. No King's Gambit this time. I gotta do something else. Yeah, we're not playing the King's Gambit. So you said what? That's a move like 2170 play. I don't know. Oh no, not this. Oh god. Yeah, this guy's serious about the Gambits. After Queen takes d5, Knight c3. So I take here, we transpose, right? He's confused, I'm confused. Hey, it's the Scandinavian. No. Alright, now... This is one of those classical things here. Takes, c4, takes, knight takes, queen a5. I can also play knight f6 though, which is better. What's up with knight f6? c4 takes. What's wrong with knight f6? I feel like I'm playing a Scandinavian. A knight f6 Scandinavian. It's kind of cool. This is weird. So why isn't this okay for me? You know, you could also play it like a Panov with like g6 here. Just not even take the pawn. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. This is very cool. Alright. So e6. e6. It's a Panov with the B and C pawns off the board. Very strange. Well, no, it's just a Panov with the B pawn off the board. Excuse me. He's down a pawn. Tomas Transon would be proud of me. Why? Accepting the gambits or what? What's up with bishop d7? Is this dangerous? Knight c6 or bishop d7? Maybe knight c6 is better? More solid somehow? I have this neighbor that's been like doing construction for 7 months. I just want to say that it's like annoying at this point. The new neighbor downstairs. I think that's enough. 7 months, dude. Can you stop that? Alright. It's got to be very frustrating to the Gambit player when you play this solidly against them. Gambit infestation. But now what are you going to do? White's position is dubious. Pawn down. Insufficient compensation, but some. Edike is watching. Sounds Hungarian. Hungarians always use the diminutive, like ke, bilike, jinike. All right. Edike. Rook c1. Now what do I do? You know, I could sacrifice a pawn. I don't care. I don't need stinking pawn. I don't want your stinking pawn. But it's a little too generous to give him the whole pawn back, I think. Objectively. What do I do? Tough call. Okay, have the pawn. Have the pawn. I don't care. Take it. Take it. Have it. probably not the greatest solution. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's martini time. Rook C8 now. We have a better structure, but we're not up a pawn anymore. The IQP. Oh, the adjusted Scandi. There was some guy who made a blog a few weeks ago or last week about there's no good sidelines against the Scandi. You don't need sidelines because the opening sucks so bad. That's what he sort of left out. Okay. I mean, what could be more unprincipled? I played the Scandinavian with knight f6 for years. I mean, going against my best judgment. Because it has some practical value. You know, people didn't know back then what they know now. Information wasn't as easy to come by. At this stage of the game, playing Scandinavian is, you know, probably worse than it's ever been. Everyone knows what to do against it. And every opening for that matter. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. Why would anyone need to play a sideline against the Scandinavian? It's the most unprincipled opening ever. You're black. You're going to open the position with black. It works great if you're like a strong player trying to beat weak players. But if you're playing a good player, the Scandinavian is like the most fundamental violation of principles you could come up with. It's still kind of, wow, this is a neat move. He has knight g5. That's really cute. It's still amazing to me that Anand played it against Kasparov in their match, but I think they were desperate. Maybe I could sack my queen. I could have sacked my queen. Bishop e2, knight g5, queen g5, bishop takes c1 with interesting compensation. I get two pieces. What do I get? Two pieces. I get a piece and a rook. Something went wrong. That happens a lot these days. What is we thinking of here? Holy shit. Wait, did I just play rook e8? I just did that? Oh my god. So you're serious he has knight g5? He's like checkmating me, right? I was just getting checkmated. Oh my god, I just like let him checkmate me. Holy shit. Wow, and he didn't see it. He just believed me. Everyone's like, why didn't he checkmate you? So that's what happens at martini time. I start doing crazy stuff. This is like the only very serious threat, and I completely allowed it. That's terrible. So he's got compensation, and I was too generous giving the pawn back. Then allowing mate was really dumb. Maybe I can allow another mate. If I'm lucky, find a way to allow another mate. Because one wasn't enough. So he's not just a gambiteer, he has like this consistent crazy style. Alright guys, I gotta go after this game. It's lunchtime. Then off to Lessonville. I think at this point we're winning a pawn. Now, you're not checkmating me with my queen on g7 under any circumstances. And I don't really see it. That's a nice move. Not bad. I want to watch my rook hanging. This is sort of a stupid move. Sort of a stupid move. Like a very stupid move. Yeah, I'm losing it. I'm tired. Starting to do stupid stuff. So now he has knight d4. Very dangerous move there, and he missed it. He had knight d4 with the idea of knight f5. That's the second very strong move that I allowed that he didn't see. You need to calculate more, and he'd be very dangerous. So he's had two huge opportunities thus far. Maybe this is a third one. This is not quite as bad. Still knight d4 is dangerous. Knight d4, but he needs to get to f5. I could sack an exchange and have compensation, but I don't really want to do that. You'd love to trade queens against Crazy Gambit guy. Or trade anything for that matter. He amalgaments clause. Alright. Not a good game. That was my worst game, probably. Let's see. The computer doesn't think it was that bad. There were two blunders. Yeah, there was a bad move. Yeah, I mean, I was getting mated in one move. It's like so stupid. I allowed knight g5. I'm an idiot. I have no move, though. Wow. So I have no move after g6. g6 is a blunder. I had to play h6. I was a space cadet already. So that's really nice. Nice. Let's see. b4. No one ever plays this, by the way. I don't know why. Because it's a totally viable line for black. This is shockingly only one game that's ever reached this position. I thought, honestly, like g6. But it's not good enough, apparently. Wow. So knight c5, queen b3, e6, check, knight c6, castles, bishop e7, bishop e2, and now castles, rook c1, and I'm better. I should have just played knight f4. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back on Sunday with Simul. Classical Simul Sunday. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.